Good morning. Got a beautiful summer's day here today. We've just popped down to hive number 5. So backstory, about a month ago, not quite, I just doing random checks, noticed it seemed to be queenless. Couldn't find her. There was no young brood, just a bit of capped stuff. So I was hoping that they'd supersede her, and it was just coincidence, the lack of brood between queens. So I came back a week later to check, and still no young brood, still no queen, just a few mature grown cap brood left. That being the case, we couldn't get a mated queen in time. So Christmas Eve, so about 10 days ago now, we raced up to another hive that's currently my favourite one, purely because they're so placid. We put a new queen in there from Bee Scientifics a couple of months ago, and they're doing a great job, producing plenty of honey, and she's got them extremely placid, which is what I love. So I raced up there, found a frame of a young brood with some eggs in it, brought that down, put it in here on Christmas Eve, and so we're just going to open up now and check to hopefully see that they've got a mature queen cell well on the way. Let's get into it. So as I was saying, this hive we found about a month ago to be queenless. So we've put a new frame in Christmas Eve from another colony with young brood in it, some little eggs in it. So we're going to get in here today and hopefully find that we've got some queen cells in the making. So due to the significant heat and time of year, we're not going to bother with smoke today. As you can see, they're pretty docile anyway. Checking out the honey situation, which they seem to be doing exceptionally well. A couple of spare frames put in there last week. Still got some space. Don't want to be taking too much off today. Number one priority is getting the queen situation sorted. I like to try and set them up on a bit of an angle so that we don't squash too many bees, putting them on the ground. They got our queen excluder, which has probably been pointless for the last 2 weeks anyway. Now I did cheat and I've marked a new one in here so I know which one we're looking for. I will just take out another frame to make a bit of space first, because I'd hate to find that we've actually got our cell in there and then I'll squash it. And by the look of that, we have jumped the gun. There was a new queen in the making, and there's another one coming. So we've got cap brood, uncapped brood, more cap brood. So that's very exciting. And for a busy Christmas Eve, I probably didn't need. Just plonk that one down there for a minute. Better check the rest of these frames on that note. So this one's just got a little bit of honey and a heap of pollen. No sign of our queen though. These are one of the Poly, effectively a Paradise Hive. They tell me they're the same as the Hive IQs, which are available locally in Yackandandah. They're growing on me. I highly recommend you, if you're thinking about it, just check them out. Because I know the one that I had, which was this one going through winter, went very, very well. look at that. All the capped brood. This is all only going to be very young because there was none there on Christmas Eve. Now the only other catch to this game was I was hoping to find 2 queen cells. One, which I don't need now, and 2, I have got another colony around the shed that are just, they're savage, just unpleasant, unfun. So I was kind of hoping to find a queen cell on here, and this is the frame. I wanted a queen cell on this frame to take around and re-queen that colony. But due to the fact they didn't need a queen cell, they've just kept them all. The thing I'm liking is that although they've got this new queen, they're still very, very quiet, which is very good. So we've got no new queen from our hill queen, which, you know, it's disappointing, but probably good we didn't need her, because the new one is doing a remarkably good job. Given the space she's had, you can see around the edge, and I don't imagine the camera can pick that up, but she's got a fairly even laying pattern, and around the edge in a few of those holes there is actually uncapped brood. Okay, there's pollen and nectar in some of those. Colony is an outstanding producer of propolis. I'm trying to find the new queen because something I do require a bit of practice on. Is a bit of a fun, and if I can find her, I will mark her. Now I've been told, oh, you shouldn't mark them because you'll never get good at finding queens if you mark them. My theory now is I mark them so that I know if they've been replaced next time I check them out. So I did in the beginning not mark them and force myself to have to try and find them, which I still didn't. But now I just mark them anyway. I'm not convinced we're going to be marking this one today though. Kind of expecting her to be on this one for the simple fact I can see eggs and very young brood in here, which I don't expect the camera to be able to pick up, but you never know. Got a queen cap there, which is bone dry. Not what I was hoping for. Bit of weight on that one. Full of nectar, ready for feeding them babies. The light will be there unless she's just run there to hide from me. But you'll notice how just docile these bees are. Like, they're just fantastic. So the queen that obviously lost out of this hive was another one that I got from Jody down at Bee Scientific in Benalla. We got a handful of queens early in the season and replaced, well, this was one because this hive wasn't very friendly. We can call it the moody hive. Some days you come down here and they'd be fine. Next time you come down here and they try and kill you. We're now, and you can tell by the colour of the bees, they're a lot lighter in colour. But I cannot find Her Majesty the Queen anywhere here. Plenty of drones and a dirty beetle. Well, we'll find her next time, but you can still see on there, if I get it out of the shade, the honey and nectar that's coming in, which is a lovely sign. We're still finding something out there, even though we're getting to the hotter part of the year. Now I generally strip all the propolis back, and I'm putting these back in. I've got the bucket, so I might just leave it today. So this was the frame from up the hive up the hill. So all that capped was actually eggs when I brought it down, in the hope we'd get a queen out of it. Not a queen cup, but it looks dry. Let's get on it. Yeah, that's just an emergency cup. There's nothing in it. I'm going to leave those cups there. And I'm going to come back again next weekend and check them again, because the minute that I find a queen out of this hive, or the one up the hill where this frame come from, I will keep it, go and very humanely dispatch of the queen in the hive around the shed where they're just nasty, and replace it with a queen from in here. Just have another quick look to see if I can find the new queen. I like it on these warm days because I know it's not going to take them long to get everything back up to temperature inside. I sometimes wonder if it's actually helpful to them. But like I was saying, these poly hives, temperature control for the bees is amazing. They can get it warmer quicker at the end of winter and get going. Definitely recommend checking them out if you haven't. Not saying they're for everyone, but certainly worth a look. Look at how docile these are. I was worried that if this had actually happened as it has, that because the queen's going out and mated with potentially drones from the old queen in here, that they still could be a bit fizzy, a bit uncooperative, but it's looking very, very promising. So we'll pack them up. We will put our queen excluder back on carefully. I'm sure she's not on stuck on here somewhere. No. So because I'm not using smoke today, I'm just going to blow them a bit, and then just very slowly and carefully ease it back on. Do I get a few? Yeah, I get the odd one, which is not ideal, but because it sort of sits up on the propolis a bit, there's actually a bee space underneath that. And while there's not many there, we'll bang that on. That'll sit like that. And now that's a new one there. Let's just see what they've done with it. Yeah, started to draw it out. They're doing their thing. It'll get there. Take that one out and we can have a look at some of these other ones look like. So that one's 80% full. They're probably only 75% capped. Looking magnificent. It's a lovely light coloured honey this year, which I'm led to believe comes from more ground type flora. If you think that's wrong, you might let me know, but my understanding is the lighter it is, closer to the ground is where it comes from. The darker it is, more likely to be your beautiful eucalyptus stuff. We've got that hammering too. I'm not going to go through all these. I know they're all going to be. That's another new one. Interesting to have a queen cap up there. It might have been a sticky I put back in, I reckon. There's a queen cap on both sides. Alright, one more to... I know they've got plenty of space, I'm not worried. Same on that one. It's probably half full. Nearly every cell's got some nectar in it, but they're only half full. A few along the top of caps. Together. Make sure that they're square. Because if they're not square, I will regret it later. So the upside to this, save some time today. The downside is I didn't get to replace our queen over in that other one. But that's alright, there will be a next time. Like I say, we'll be back next Sunday it'll be. And we'll check those queen cups just to see if they've done something. And you can look at all of the pollen coming in, it's incredible. Alright, so the temperature is about, give or take, it's about 30 degrees today. So it's not nuts, just nice. But we're going to head back and pour ourselves a nice cool glass of cordial, I reckon, right now.